brothers, that's 20 goons. And ice cream whip, triple scoop. I got 3 strikes, ain't got to lose. When it's all on the line, what you gonna do? Come on, I'm highly favored. Don't wanna blame me, no conversation, ain't got time for no debating. It's for the taking, no hesitation, don't try my patience. I'ma pour out one for the set, boy, till there's nothing left. On a run to the bed until we all got them baguettes. Hear them footsteps coming, cause we coming for the check. We ain't gon' run, no we don't hide. I can never switch, not a day in my life. Lost my dogs, they
All right, much appreciated, Coach, as we welcome all of you to our exclusive coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Coming up, it's the penultimate game of the NFL calendar, AFC versus NFC in the NFL Pro Bowl game. Excitement? Well, we got that in abundance as this Pro Bowl is underway from Orlando, Florida. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
Come on, set, 30 base. Come on, D. Fight.
Off the bootleg. Tubbs. Completes it to Hardman. That goes for a gain of 31. Well, how about a deep ball on the first play from scrimmage, putting that secondary on notice?
Brandon, all I remember when I was a player is that we always took a test the night before the game about teams' tendencies and what they plan to do. I'm not sure we think deep ball right out of the gate and putting us back on our heels.
He's going to air one out. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And this one will be brought back to the 22. Mecole Hardman, the intended target.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
First carry for Nick Chubb. And nothing doing on his first run. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Second and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Check, watch it before. Coming, baby, I'm coming, baby.
Allen off the play fake. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, third and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you're doing a big way, and what else do you have to look out for? More pressure.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 44 and to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over.
At the 43-yard line.
Let's go now. 90 Wolf. Double time. Go down.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's scooped up by the NFC. And he will take this back. A fumble return for an NFC touchdown. And Charles, look at the big fella. What a rumble that was. Not only to scoop it, but then take it the rest of the way for the touchdown.
And now you know they're going to have to hear about it from now on. The defensive backs, he's going to want to run with them, do their drills, the whole deal. He thinks he's the pace setter now.
It doesn't matter what happens in practice this week. He's smiling. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This will be taken very short. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The AFC offense set to take their next drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. Here's a 2nd and 7. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Give them 14 on that one and a first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. They go play action here on first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving him a whole lot of credit and thanking him for that much space to rumble.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. DeAndre Hopkins, once again, the intended target, but it'll be 2nd down.
Not only did they drop what looked like an interception in the end zone, they blew a golden opportunity to shift the momentum.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Go.
Throwing again. Tubbs. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. 2nd and 3. And that is caught for an AFC touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins there to make the grab as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will not... be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The offense for the NFC ready to get their next drive started. They had the interception last drive, led to the tying touchdown, so 7-7 the score as they begin 1st and 10. Terrific running there to start the drive as that's going to go for 15 and a quick first down as well. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down. They keep it with Henry on first down. And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on first down.
On second down, here's Henry. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
The offense for the AFC set to go now. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. They complete it to Hill. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. 22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. To throw is Wilson. And that is caught for an AFC touchdown. Mecole Hardman there to make the grab. And the AFC has taken the lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 14-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Ready to begin their next drive here, the NFC offense. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack. Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance. The 15 yards through the air and a 1st down. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down, and very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
They stay on the ground, but this time it's Elliott. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. On first down, Chubb able to get forward for about 4 as he's taken down. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down. On 2nd down, Elliott. And he's able to get this one down to about the 40. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. He needed 2. He got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard.
4th down and 1.
Too long for a field goal, too short to punt. That in-between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down. They'll run for it with Henry, and they are going to stop him on 4th and 1 as they'll wind up going backwards. Derrick Henry denied here on 4th down, and as a result, possession switches hands. The AFC offense set to take their next drive. Now, their last 2 drives both ending in touchdowns. It's got them this 14-7 lead.
And it looks to me, and I think you're probably seeing the exact same thing, they're in an ideal spot now to create some separation. The way that they're functioning on offense now, they can create a pretty good gap. Allows their defense to play with a little more verve and confidence.
That big article in the paper this morning about them stringing possessions together for consecutive touchdowns. Well, right here, they're trying to make it 3 in a row. And now a carry here for their fullback. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. On 3rd down, Wilson. He is going to find Hill here. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. And that one good for 16 yards and a first. Wilson. It's complete to Hopkins. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Well, throw on first down with Wilson. And he's got McCaffrey open, complete. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. Called that a very strong gain, and he is into the end zone for an AFC touchdown. Taking it in from a yard out, and the AFC is able to widen their advantage. Now the extra point try forthcoming. It's good, and it is now 21-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The offense for the NFC ready to get their next drive started. And last time we saw them go for it in kind of an unusual situation. It's not like it's a fourth quarter do or die. They went for it, didn't get it. We'll see how that affects them this go-around.
Partner, I'm wondering if we're starting to see the effects of analytics coming into play here, where people are studying the number of possessions, how many times you should go for it, what position it leaves your team in. Maybe we're starting to see a little bit of that creeping into the NFL game.
I think we've seen it in other sports, maybe into the NFL. And got his man complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That one good for 37 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. A shotgun handoff to Henry. Rashaan Evans out of Alabama had the tackle defensively.
Right there. 54 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 61. Match box slice.
On 2nd down, it's Henry. It'll go as a gain of 7 on the play, and it sets up a 3rd and inches situation.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. Now the NFC going to call the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Switch up.
Looking to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
On 1st and 10, Tubbs. And going deep for Hill. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. To throw again. Tubbs. He sets to fire deep. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. That late in the clock, 2nd quarter, why not just run it a time or 2 and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may force them into saying,
and for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. So that flag will cost him 15.
and it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10.
Right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Get that quarterback. Hey, 0. 58, come on.
Now Wilson. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu.
The NFC takes over 1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
The field goal unit on the sideline. They're going to go with 1 second left. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, this from 46. And this one is going to just tuck into the bottom left corner as he gets it to go. So we have hit halftime of the Pro Bowl with the AFC leading the NFC. As we'll send you across town to our studios here in Orlando and check in with the coach at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken at the 3. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Ready to begin their next drive here, the NFC offense. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game.
I like that, MVU. Well done.
Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete. DeAndre Baker, the first corner chosen in this year's draft, there to make the play defensively. Boy, not deterred from those first 2 failed attempts. They're going to go a third time here on fourth down.
Hey, echo.
They'll try and throw for it here. Open man is Michael Thomas. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. They've been burned twice already on fourth down, but the third time's the charm as they keep the drive moving.
First and 10 at the 34.
Ready.
From the 34 now, here's first and 10.
54. Double dog, that's the way.
From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Second and 9.
Here we go. 50, plant.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Lamb. And that's going to move the sticks again here as the tackle's made at the AFC's 38-yard line.
First and 10.
So on the other side of the field now, it's first and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. 10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. They'll try and run for it with Henry. And a nice pickup there as he'll take it from the 10 down to the 5-yard line.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able?
And he will carry this one in. Touchdown NFC. A 5-yard touchdown run as his guys are back within a single score. Now, let's not forget that was all set up by the fourth down conversion earlier in the drive.
Would have been a complete letdown if the drive doesn't culminate this way, wouldn't it? If you're going to go for it on fourth down, your intention is to make sure you get a touchdown out of the drive, and that's exactly what they did. Converted, and then converted a second time for 6 points.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The offense for the AFC set to go now. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive.
58, come on. Here we go.
Now it's Wilson. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
My man's getting a little loose with the football there, right? Interception before, almost had one here. He's got to start taking better care of it.
Yeah, really should have been back-to-back drives with interceptions. He's lucky there. Second and 10. It's Wilson again. Throw right side going to be caught by Hardman. And this will move the sticks yet again as the tackle's going to be made at the NFC's 36. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is 3rd down. Wilson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line.
Well, NFL quarterbacks have learned the hard way. You're not going to get rich throwing against this guy. He's definitely too good. And this is now his 2nd interception of the ball game. And if I'm running the offense, I've got to tell my guys, you've got to go work on the other corner.
Here's Nick Chubb as they try to fire up this run game. And the window closes quickly. He'll only get up to the 22-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Come on, set. 8, read. 54. I got you.
They run it again with Chubb. Takes this to the 27. Give him 4 yards.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
And he is not going to get the first down as they'll spot this at about the 28. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. 3 quarters have come and gone. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. 1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And no, it's incomplete. The NFC's decision to go for it does not pan out. And the AFC is going to get the football back in great field position. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. It's Hill, complete. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. 23 yards, the final tally. Here's Wilson. That's to McCaffrey, complete. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Only a yard on the completion. It's 2nd and goal. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Wilson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and
now nothing but green ahead of him. And touchdown! A big play there. An 80-yard touchdown. And the NFC has retaken the lead. That's what we want right there, CD. It's a Pro Bowl. Give us some of these long touchdowns.
We want plays that cover a lot of ground. We want long-distance plays, whether long-distance runs, long-distance passes. It doesn't matter. In the Pro Bowl, big plays are what we're all looking for.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. This fielded at the 2. Shifts by him. He'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The AFC offense set to take their next drive. And one thing you'd like to see in a Pro Bowl, a competitive contest. We've got that just like the last 2 seasons. A one-score game as we play here in the 4th.
What I'd love to know, what's the discussion on the sidelines of both teams right now? Because, you know, it's an exhibition-type game, but as you said, as competitive as it is now, these guys are going to want to win. There may be some guys who sub some guys out trying to get back on the field and trying to help their team win down the stretch.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Now Wilson to throw again.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
This defense tightening up a bit. That last catch just 1 yard, making it 3rd and 9. Now Wilson, and he's got the completion to Hopkins. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there, 21 yards. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Trying to lay one up deep. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. They'll run with the Rams' Todd Gurley. And he'll just get back to the line of scrimmage, if that. And with a flag on the field. And that one looks to be in the area where someone was held. Can see this quite a bit on running plays with the guys out wide. A lot of times, though, it doesn't get caught.
You're exactly right, because it's away from the play usually, so a lot of it goes undetected. But I know this will surprise you. I coach some receivers in the offseason. We work a lot on hand placement and blocking downfield. Might want to take that course.
They get 14 yards, but not enough for the 1st down due to the previous penalty. The AFC thus far on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Gets this one to Hill. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. And this will move the sticks yet again as the tackle's going to be made at the NFC's 39. Here's Wilson to throw. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Now a throw here to his running back. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Throwing is Wilson. And that is incomplete.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation. And there, the defense won the battle. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Let's go.
The offense for the NFC ready to get their next drive started. And it's great to see the stars all out in one place, but in terms of football, what's really great to see is a very entertaining Pro Bowl as we are tied in the fourth quarter.
And how many of these guys thought going into this game, after a pretty easy week heading into it, that the pressure would ratchet up now and someone has to make a play, which means someone will have a play made against them and not have to live with that for the rest of the year.
Derrick Henry all alone. Past the 20. Touchdown. Derrick Henry. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the NFC has once again taken the lead. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
They'll try and throw for it. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And they'll have the football, but deep in their own territory as he's brought down at the 5. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This will be taken short. Then he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
The offense for the AFC set to go now. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Oh, a design run for their wideout.
Kill. He's checking. Crash.
So the AFC with the football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. Mecole Hardman, the intended target, but now it'll be third down. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Now on third down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete. Figuring they're going for it on fourth down. Remember, though, they do have all 3 timeouts, so even if they don't get it, all is not lost.
Yeah, normally in this situation, when you're talking about having to go for it, everything is in this play. But as you noted, with those 3 timeouts, they actually have a little bit of a safety net.
Fourth down. Here's Wilson. And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the NFC is going to get the football back in excellent field position.
50, plant.
Henry will get it. He's been busy today. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Now the AFC going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10.
Oh, yeah. Here we go again. Rock it. Jump.
They'll run it again with Henry. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Now the AFC going to take a timeout. It's their second as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
On the set. Hey, we got four. We got four down. Greystone, travel.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Thought they were going to force a fourth down. Instead, PI gives them the first.
And that's frustrating because you think you've taken them really deep into the count, haven't you? Instead, you've got to start all over. That can really, really be demoralizing.
Following the penalty, Chubb. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Wow, a personal foul at this stage in the fourth. Hard to believe.
Really hard to believe. And now that glow of hope that you had begins to flicker out, doesn't it?
Yep. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
Get it.
After the penalty, it's Henry. And he is in. Touchdown NFC. Taking it in from 14 yards out. And the NFC able to widen their advantage.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a two-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. You can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
So they will accept the penalty and move forward. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 44. From the gun, Tubbs. He'll get this to McCaffrey out of the backfield. Now the AFC going to use their final timeout of the half as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
At the 45-yard line.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9.
Hey, Delta.
2nd and 9 now. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. He's going to let it fly. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
Now, he's been a busy man out of the backfield. They've looked his way quite a bit so far in this game.
Nice job there defensively, though, adjusting, because a couple of his earlier catches, he was wide open. Not that time.
You mentioned the key word, adjustment. A better cover man on him now in space.
On 4th down, Tubbs. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the NFC is going to win the football game.
Result of the play.
Ready?
Turnover on down.
You gonna see me in your nightmare.
That one looks like he'll throw here. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. Now the NFC going to take a timeout, their 2nd. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
Let's go. 10 logo.
Back to throw now on 1st down. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Looking to throw. And the pressure gets to him again. Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. They'll set up to throw. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. And now here comes their final timeout as they take it with 8 ticks remaining. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it.
Hey, Charlie!
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. The NFC's decision to go for it does not pan out. And as a result, possession switches hands. The AFC offense set to take their next drive. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film and find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. Now, one final throw here is incomplete, and that is how this one will come to an end. So, Charles, a victory for